We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants.
Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowski to get things going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. The dangerous hill now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 27-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check 26. Check 26. Kill. Check. Switch. Check safety. 19 light.
Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Push him back. Panther 60. Dragon 60. 54. Lost 54. Here it comes. Hey, watch out. Check win. I won't lose with this.
So that'll back him up 5. To throw on second down, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
For the Giants.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eason on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And a 49er first down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
From the gun is Eason. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the gun, Eason. And they'll get this into the hands of Huntley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
To number 19, Debo.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
The extra point.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big connection on that one. 55 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Giants nothing.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, no street. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Come for you. 57 is the Mike.
On first down, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Jones. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Barkley, the ball.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Check. Crunch. 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 Kill. 18 ready.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Jones, from the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Javon Kinlaw able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
At the 49ers' 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Mason Crosby.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
1st down, San Francisco.
They go play action with Eason. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Of the goal line. A gain of 8.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try to run with Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This will be caught at about the 5. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco. Eddie Pinheiro.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Giants 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check, check, watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. He runs. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire deep for Radley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the out. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 60. Go.
Back to throw. Jones. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley, sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes.
This is my mode, baby.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll go to Barkley again. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
Jones now on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Intended for Evan Engram.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day. 19 tight.
Throwing again. Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Man out. Hey, watch this. 19 light.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
1st and 10, Eason. That's complete. It's Jason Huntley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And a 49er 1st down.
Play action. It's Eason. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 34 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Joker.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Play action. Jones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
22-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th
and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jones on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check Mike 57. Mustang 19.
To throw again, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Being chased out left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Mike, 50 Cent. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 57. Go.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jason Huntley, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And he's got some space here. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Niners.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. From the gun, Jones dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
At the throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's 4th down.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Come on, D. 57. On the ball.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
52. Watch QB drop.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down, 49ers.
From the gun, Eason. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
You got 3. Three down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd down. Here's Eason. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Operating from the gun, Eason. On the right side, caught by Green. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
9. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
The return man is Hill.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush.